Welcome to another Cooking with Rohan. Today we're going to do a dessert. The dessert is called the chocolate Marquise, raspberry coulis and fresh berries. Let's start with the ingredients. I've 3/4 whipped the cream. We've got chocolate buds, 3 eggs, 4 yolks, raspberry coulis, your fresh berries, caster sugar, your gelatin leaves. If you don't have gelatin leaves, you can use gelatin powder, and some butter. Let's start the first process. We'll get our chocolate, put it in our bowl, our butter, and put it like so. We'll then go to the stove and put it on a small hot water and let the chocolate melt. Okay, what we do with the gelatin leaves is we get ice cold water, put our leaves in the ice water. Now what happens is that the gelatin leaves becomes very flexible. So if I do that to the side, I prepared some a bit earlier and I'll show you what happens. So I pick it up, from this to here, it's ready to melt inside the chocolate. So just squeeze the excess water and then I'll put it into the chocolate. Let's start making the sabayon. The sabayon is a combination of the eggs and egg yolk and sugar. So what we need to do is put the eggs in first with our egg yolks and with our sugar. Now we need to put this on high speed, so what happens is it creates air, and this is why we call it a sabayon. So I'll show you the process as we go along. As you can see, the sabayon is working, so it's now more of a pale colour, so all the air is flowing. So this gives the chocolate Marquise the more body to the dish. Now we're going to assemble the chocolate Marquise. But before we do this, I'll give you a bit of a tip. With our chocolate, when we're melting, we use the same bowl. So we form the tea towel like so in the ring, and put the bowl here so it doesn't move. We'll go to our sabayon. So we'll go to our sabayon, which is ready now. I've already put the gelatin leaves inside because the chocolate is nice and warm, so it actually has melted nicely into the chocolate. So little bit by bit, we add the sabayon. Now we'll put half of it in. What happens is we fold it, so we bring it from the bottom up, and we can then stir. Once we started the process, we can stir it in like so. It's coming nicely. We'll just add the rest of our sabayon. You won't need to fold it anymore. You can now just stir it all in. Like so. Once we've got all that in, our final ingredient is our whipped cream. So with our whipped cream, put 2 scoops inside first. Again, we want to have a lot of air, so we fold it. Fold it in. Once you fold it in, you can then stir like so. And now it's coming up nicely. Now the reason why we put the gelatin leaves inside the mix is that when we do serve it, everything will hold together, as you will see a bit later on. So what I've got here is a mould. You can get all different types of moulds, but I've chosen a triangle mould here. What I've done is got some silicone paper, just lay it out evenly. Then what we do is then pour the mix in, like so. Now, spread it evenly. Give it a bit of a tap to get air bubbles. Fold it over, and then we freeze it for a couple of hours to set. Now after 3 hours in the freezer, the chocolate Marquise will be set, ready to portion up. So what we do, with our silicone paper that I had before, you pull it up, like so. If it doesn't come off, just run it under water a little bit. But just jiggle it around, and what happens, if you're lucky, it will come out nicely. So here we go. There you have it. So now, what I've got here is you must use hot water with your knife. And we'll just portion up like so. Just like that. Okay. Now for our plating up. So we've got our raspberry coulis. So we have chocolate Marquise with raspberry sauce and fresh berries. Until next time, happy cooking!